So, it's funny, too, because I was trying not to do it because I knew that was what I was supposed to do, and it just happened. Like, it just popped up because I thought, well, okay, I still need to imagine that sunset in Venus. And as soon as I thought that, boing, they just went right up. Yeah.
So to recall or imagine something visually, your eyes go up and either to the right or to the left. And now if you would like to think about your favorite Sly and the Family Stone tune and just hear that. Sly and the Family Stone. Excellent. So, now Mitch...
That's easy. I listen to him almost every day still.
So Mitch's eyes went straight across towards his ear to the left-hand side. That's auditory recall. So he's remembering that. And now I want you to just imagine what a train underwater sounds like. And over to the right, straight across as if he's looking towards his ear. So the eye accessing cues are helping him fulfill what I'm asking him to do. Now, what do you say to yourself, Mitch, when you know that you've done something really great?
I just tell myself how great I am.
And he was looking at me when he did that, so it was a little bit difficult for him to see, but his eyes went down and to the left, which is internal talk or internal dialogue. So when you're talking to someone, and this isn't always a given because this is kind of a rough stereotype that most people do this, but some people change it up when they do this, meaning they're wired a little bit differently. But people look down and to the left when they're talking to themselves, if they're right-handed, and down and to the right when they're feeling something or checking in and feeling something kinesthetically in their body. So as you talk to people, and it takes a lot of concentration for me to talk to people and understand what they're doing with their eyes because I'm usually just talking to them, but sometimes you can really see if you ask somebody a question, they can go down and they're talking to themselves like, okay, how do you want to handle this? Why is she asking me this certain question? They're having a little internal dialogue, and then they might go up and recall something or construct something using their imagination and then bring it all together.
That's where I really notice it. Like when I'm talking to people, I have a hard time with this sometimes because I find myself not being very present if I'm watching their eyes. But I definitely notice the up, like the visual to the right and the left. That seems really like people's eyes really do go right up, when they're imagining it to the right, when they're like remembering it to the left. It's pretty amazing.
What's really cool about that is that for a lot of people, if you ask them to remember something that just happened, their eyes won't move very far. But if you ask them to remember something from years and years ago, their eyes go really, really far up. And what is also cool about this is that sometimes if people are having a hard time recalling something, you can ask them to move their eyes into that position. And then it's easier for them to recall.
Oh, wow.
Or move their eyes into the hearing position because they might be more auditory, so it's easier for them to hear it if it's something that they heard. Now, some people out there say that you can use these eye accessing cues to tell if somebody's lying. I would never, ever try that because it's so quick and everybody's programmed a little bit differently that this is not a reliable indicator. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I know I watch CSI all the time, and whenever they have them in those little rooms, they're just staring at their face, and I always wonder, what are they looking for, to get those cues of, are they making it up, are they remembering what they did, or are they making it up? So, and I like you said, they probably can't be used as, guilty or not guilty, but I'm sure they get quite a bit of information in those little rooms just by watching the cues, their eyes, moving around.
So I actually brought this up for a reason, and I've been talking, which I tend to do. But the reason for talking about all these eye accessing cues is going back to that little thing we showed you just a few moments ago, which it was called a break state. Roll your eyes up, down, left, right, and you can do it with your eyes closed or your eyes open. It doesn't matter. What that is for is it's hard to hold on to a feeling or what you're thinking about if you move your eyes in all these different directions, because it breaks up that pattern of recalling or constructing or imagining, oh God, what if this happens? That would really feel horrible. And so I'm imagining all these yucky things. And then you get into this yucky feeling. I do it a lot when I'm driving. I drive a lot. Somebody cuts me off or something happens and I go, "Rrr," and I get a little irritated. And then I go, oh, break state. So I just do that in the car. Look straight ahead. I usually like to add a funny word or sound or something. That's a good one. I say bugga bugga a lot. And then Nikki, my 4-year-old, will run up and go, Mama says bugga bugga. And it just cracks me up. So I have that memory tied to bugga bugga, so I'll say that. And then it just, boom, it's like instantly it breaks my state or it breaks my feeling state. I'm in a different state now. I can think about something more pleasant, a better thought. So use break state. You're feeling irritated, you're feeling sad, whatever it is that you don't want to be feeling right now. Eyes up, down, left, right, straight ahead. Funny word.
Perfect. Sounds like a perfect plan. Sounds like really easy. And then as soon as you break state and you're in that better feeling place, you could start making different choices.
Right. And here's another thing. If these feelings keep coming up for you, then there's a reason that they are.
Get a session on it.
Get a session on it. Talk to somebody. Figure out what needs to happen. This isn't like, okay, we just keep dismissing my feelings because that doesn't feel good. If it comes back over and over for you again, there's a pattern, there's a structure that's happening there for a reason. And if you don't like that, then change is available. So I don't want anybody to think that I'm saying like emotions are bad. If you feel bad, just ignore it. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is these are little tools to like get you through the day until if something is really eating at you, you can find a way through different modalities of getting that taken care of.
Well, it's really great. I mean, it sounds like little things that you're talking about right now, but it's pretty powerful because as you move through your day and you're not feeling good, we've talked about how your emotions are your guidance system.
Yes.
So if you notice yourself feeling bad, who cares? I mean, if you, sure, when you're at home and you have time to do an internal, have some internal time for yourself and figure it out, that's great. But when you're just moving through your day and driving in traffic and at work and you don't really have that kind of time, these little tools work really well, really fast. You can immediately change how you're feeling and then just get on with your day and start feeling just a little bit better about everything in your life and really start just changing your experience. We keep talking about thought is creative and thought is creative. Change your thought. If you're not feeling good, change what you're thinking about, do a break state, and then start thinking about something else that feels really good. So it all sounds kind of silly and kind of fun and quick and easy, but they're powerful, really powerful tools.
That's right. It's just me and my mind every day. Everything that's happening to me is generated through my mind and my perception of that experience. So the good news is that means I'm in total control to change it or do something different than what I've been doing before. If you have any questions about the tools we're talking about, the jargon that we throw out sometimes unbeknownst to us, send us an email, drop us a line, call us on the phone. Let us know what you're thinking about the show, questions you have, things that you do to help you get through the day. Sometimes I ask classes this, and some people say, I see everybody as cartoon characters, or, if I'm talking in front of people, here's a classic one. I see them
in their underwear.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right. So, one exactly. Just one.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good, yeah.
Yep.
So we've been so serious in this show, and I feel like I'm coming out of my skin. Don't we have some really fun clip that we can show, and I can get up and dance while the clip is on or something?
Yes, we do. So, we're talking about changing your mind, so let's just go to that
So let's
clip.
go change our mind and have a good time, yeah.
To talk for a minute.
Oh, okay. I'm going to talk for a minute.
Yeah, until I find that clip. Sorry.
Okay, that's okay.
I'm having technical difficulties. Please stand by.
Do we have the clip? Oh, there we go. I saw it on the screen.
Did you
so
see
we're
it on the
getting
screen?
close. Yeah, we're getting closer and closer. There it is. Isn't that it?